Hey guys, welcome to my office, and we're in here today because we're going to talk about modern computing. That is, unless you're watching this from 20 years in the future. I've been making YouTube videos for a couple of years now, and at one point of the story I have to edit these videos for the channel, and to do that, of course, I use a modern computer. So this is my editing PC, and it has served me very well for the last few years, and I've been doing upgrades to it along the way. Today the editing PC sports a first generation Ryzen R7 1800X, 16GB of RAM, a 3060 Ti, and the cheapest motherboard I could find at the time I built this PC, an MSI A320. By now, most YouTube channels have moved to 4K, and the editing PC worked great, up until I decided to move to 4K myself. So all but the last two videos of the channel were done in 1080p, but since I upgraded to a camera with 4K capabilities, I have been doing videos in 4K, and it has proven to be quite difficult for the old editing PC in its current state. So an upgrade is in order. So the goal for this upgrade is to remove the bottlenecks I have for editing in 4K, and I believe those are the amount of RAM and access times of my SSD drives. The computer parts for this upgrade are a B450 motherboard that will take all the parts I already have and allow me to add 2 more sticks of 8GB of RAM for a total of 32. It also has an M2 drive, so I'm adding that to give me better access times, and I don't think I have a bottleneck anywhere else to edit in 4K. So I also decided to get a good air cooler, because I record voiceovers here in the office, and with the PC sitting on the desk and my current cooling solution that is an all-in-one 240ml water cooler, sometimes I get noise bleeding into the background of the voice recordings, so hopefully a good air cooler will be quiet and help me fix this issue as well. So now enjoy this montage of the upgrade, and we'll see what kind of results we get afterwards. Oh shoot. Yeah, with my clumsiness I hit the socket lever with the CPU, so now I have to spend a couple of hours to try to align the pins again. Apparently, only one of the pins got really bent. So I used the cell phone with the 2x camera lens as a microscope, a sheet of black carton paper to isolate the pin so I could see it, and a mechanical pencil to bend the pin back to its original place. Second try on the montage, go! So now that we have this thing put together, I have some tests here that I captured before the upgrade to make sure it was worth it, and I could be very wrong here, so comment right now on any mistakes you think I've made. I did a few tests on Premiere Pro to see if my upgrade was effective. I'm using a 4K clip of a part of my last video for the tests. But first, I have to open the software, and I gained a whole second on that. Next, I applied warp stabilizing on the first 10 seconds of the sequence, and there was a massive difference here. Processing was about 23% faster after the upgrade. Now here's the most important part to me, which is scrubbing the timeline of the video I'm editing. I have to say that even after the upgrade, it's not perfect. but it's good enough so that I can edit videos in 4K. It's a bit subjective, but the impression I have is that the preview updates much faster now. Another thing I really needed was to lower noise levels. Before the upgrade I was getting about 50 decibels, and after the upgrade it dropped down to 45. It might not seem like much, but it totally is. It's basically the difference between audible to almost inaudible. Here, this is what the camera mic caught. I think it's pretty dramatic. The final test I'm doing is gaming. That really wasn't the goal, but my friend Rick suggested that I test Quake II, and I'm sure this will tell absolutely everything we need to know about the efficacy of this upgrade. And well, here's what I got before, and don't blink, you might miss the time demo run. And this is what I got after the upgrade. This was a bit of a joke, but amazingly it did show some improvement. Meaningless improvement is still improvement, right? Now for something more demanding, but still in the same ballpark, Quake II RTX. For those of you who haven't tried Quake II RTX, it's ridiculously demanding, and realistically, I thought it was unlikely that I'd see any difference considering the RTX load should be on the GPU. When I ran the time demo before the upgrade, I got 17 FPS on the first demo map and 16 on the second. For some reason, again, there was a dramatic improvement here, and on the run after the upgrade I got 28 FPS on the first map and 27 on the second. Now, I really can't explain exactly why this happened. I don't think 32 gigs of RAM would be impactful in gaming at all, but it might be related to the new motherboard being of better quality and being able to use the RAM more optimally. I'm pretty happy with the upgrade, and it gets my PC ready to drop in a new CPU from the current generation if I find it necessary at some point. And I do hope that you have enjoyed this video and will stick around for the future ones. There's a bunch of retro and non-retro content on the channel. Feel free to look around and don't hold out on any comments you might have about all of this.